Most people consider it the backwoods of America. North Idaho, up near the Canadian border. Here, nestled between the mountains they call the Selkirks and the Cabinets, on the shores of the clean, clear waters of Lake Pend Oreille, there's a small rural town called Sandpoint. Some may think it an unlikely place to discover a model community. This is the story of Sandpoint Charter Schools. It began as a vision shared by a handful of parents who wanted something more for their children. They started with a relatively simple idea, that education needed to be more than a textbook with worksheets due at the end of the week. Students needed context, relevance, and a hands-on approach. The idea caught on and quickly grew from there.
Sandpoint Charter School opened in 2001 with 42 brave 7th grade students. Since that time, we have grown through 3 buildings and a borrowed church to 275 students in grades 6 through 12. During that time, we have tried to practice our version of a rigorous, project-based educational philosophy, and we demand that our teachers and students collaborate in their learning. In our school, we try to place the individual child at the center and try to do what's right for them. We try to do our best for that student and for our school.
Students start their day much the same as students at any other school across the country, with one big exception. Sandpoint Charter students' first class of the day is something of their own design. They call it advocacy, or ADVO for short.
Advocacy class is an opportunity for teachers and students to get to know each other. Since advocacy is the first part of the daily routine, we seek an atmosphere that is accepting and welcoming. Some basic guidelines are used to create a calm space that we hope will allow trust to develop within the group.
Last year I felt like I was not really doing anything except homework.
Kind of skating by?
Pretty much. And this year I've actually worked hard and tried my hardest on everything that I've done.
It kind of helps you wake up and get ready for school.
Yeah.
Organize your papers and get ready for the day ahead of you.
I really like advocacy because not only do we know the kids better, we know the teachers better too.
You know, you talk about family stuff sometimes and you just get to know each other more on a personal level. Well, for me, I think ADVO kind of helps me transition into the school environment.
Advocacy to me is a time at the beginning of the day where kids come in and they feel safe enough to tell me what's going on in their lives, and it gives me a great emotional temperature of my school.
By starting each day in the safe, confidential environment of advocacy class, Sandpoint Charter has found a way to help each student get grounded and receptive to learning. At the heart of the Sandpoint Charter curriculum is a project-based learning environment with an emphasis on cooperation and collaboration among students and teachers.
An example of project-based learning and collaboration that we do in our school would be our biology inquiry and multi-genre projects. The students designed in their biology class with their teacher an idea that they were very curious about in the natural world. Why we think a certain way, why laughter is important to us, why does music affect us in certain ways, and a myriad of other ideas. They then researched these ideas in their biology class and started developing what their inquiry was about. What were they trying to learn? They then came to their English class where they created what is called a multi-genre project. They had all their information, and as their English teacher, I taught them how to write a scientific research paper documenting all of their research and also what their project was and what they learned. Once they had all this written material, they then created presentations that they showed to the rest of the school and community members as they came in.
I really like the project-based curriculum. I see I can understand the material better other than just, okay, here it is, memorize it, take the test. Mm-hmm. But here it is, you can, instead of just taking a test, you can act it out, you can make a PowerPoint, you could do a funny skit.
They have multiple options for presentations.
Mm-hmm. It was a self-study project. We were allowed to pick any project we wanted to do. It was pretty much just whatever the students felt like doing, and that just seemed like a really interesting thing to me, and I found some stuff on YouTube about it and was watching some other people's Rubens suit that they had made and decided that that was a really cool project, and that was what I wanted to make.
Yeah, really nice how the teachers work with the students instead of just giving them like 10 pages of paper to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
You don't sit at a desk and open up a book and just read it for however long you're in class. And also, it's more hands-on. The teachers get to do more one-on-one with each student.
Kind of trying to figure out how to integrate more than just like math, science, and math, or social studies, language arts.
The faculty at Sandpoint Charter has fostered a strong spirit of teacher collaboration. This pays off for the students because each teacher understands what every individual student has learned in previous years and classes. This allows teachers to adapt and vary curriculum to best increase the skill sets of each student year after year. After 10 years of variation, adaptation, and innovation, Sandpoint Charter has found the project-based environment most effective in imparting to their students the knowledge and skill set needed to make an effective presentation or written product.
Across time.
Stemming from the belief that their students will use new technology in upper educational experiences or in their future workplace, Sandpoint Charter has made it a point to integrate technology into daily school life. Each student is issued a laptop computer that connects wirelessly to the internet, along with a school email account.
We use technology as a tool to increase our students' educational process and learning. Technology is huge for the outside world and careers, and so we want to incorporate that into our learning so the kids are more prepared when they get out into the job market or for universities.
We use technology in a range of ways in our school. For example, in our banned books class in American literature, students are able to use their netbooks to look up the books online, do research on how the book was challenged, why it was challenged, to then research the elements of literature that are key to the novel that they're reading. And in the end, once they've written their rationale as to why this book should not be banned and why it should be saved, they then create a website that is posted to the school site, linking and letting people have the information that they might need so that then they can make their own decisions.
These tools allow students to improve writing skills and have access to a variety of software applications, which has proven to increase learning and interest. They also serve as the students' communication link for project collaboration with other students and for turning in work to teachers.
They can create different sorts of presentations by using their laptops beyond, let's say, the traditional PowerPoint presentation. They can create music. We have a music composition class where the laptops are used for that. Animation. Some students are using it to create animations for their presentations.
In addition, video conferencing through Skype is utilized to bring in outside teaching resources that were otherwise unavailable. By the time a Sandpoint Charter student enters high school, they will have developed high skills that allow more choice in the high school arena. Beginning in their sophomore year, students may choose the type of English, history, and science course that meets their individual interest. For example, instead of taking the traditional English 2 course, Sandpoint Charter students have their choice of courses to earn English credit, including Gothic literature, Shakespeare, and French literature.
We also have specialized classes like archaeology, music composition, marine biology. Marine biology was specified to a trip. So the kids took a 1.5 week long trip to the Oregon coast and learned about marine biology by experiencing it. Kids can take online courses through their laptops and gain credit for them. Also, they can take college and university credit online.
They can even create their own individual independent electives. If a number of students in the school are passionate about a particular subject, the educators often create a course to meet that student interest. Perhaps the most amazing part of this story is what the teachers, staff, students, and parents at Sandpoint Charter have created. A safe, welcoming community built on trust and mutual respect.
I love this job because, honestly, I think it's the best job in the world. It has a great amount of kid contact. I get to work with, these kids who are thinking hard and are becoming individuals. And also I get to work with a passionate and dedicated group of faculty who are really committed to this style of project-based education.
I love this school because it's really a community school. You become a family and you become one as a community.
I love the kids. I love what they're able to create. I love what they're able to draw upon and pull out that maybe they didn't even know was a knowledge that existed within them.
Not only are the teachers there for you, they meet you on a personal level, and I feel very comfortable here.
I get to actually help students sculpt their direction in their lives and to develop themselves as whole, lifelong learners and independent, creative thinkers.
There's one final thing I want to tell you about our school. Everything we do takes place in the context of a small school where, like Cheers, everybody knows your name. You can run, but you can't hide, at least in a school our size. But it also makes it easier for students to learn when they believe that their teachers care about them as people, not just as a test score.
Sandpoint Charter Schools have developed a unique and successful learning environment. By immersing each student in a project-based curriculum that mirrors the real-world work environment and stresses collaboration. By utilizing technology solutions in an organic fashion to both streamline the learning process and infuse it with otherwise unavailable learning opportunities, thereby engaging the modern student. And further, by proactively addressing individual student needs both academically and socially. Sandpoint Charter Schools offer area 6th through 12th grade students an educational experience that will prepare them for college and provide them with the skills they need to successfully navigate their way through life while contributing to their communities. Thank you for letting us share our story.